I have 3 million jobs. Hello, everybody. If you are new here, welcome. And if you have been here before, welcome back. I know it's been a while. I know. So today I wanted to hop on the Black BookTube is reading tag and answer some questions so that you all can get to know me a little better. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's go. So I have my questions on my little iPad here. So let's get into it. Who are you? Where are you from? And what do you love to read? Okay, a 3-part question. So I am OG and I am originally from Newark, New Jersey, Brick City. I currently reside in the Atlanta, Georgia area, not in Atlanta, but Atlanta adjacent. Okay. I am an illustrator. I am an overall artist. I paint, I do all the things, and I am also a business owner and a content creator. I have 3 million jobs. Just know that. What do I love to read? I love Black books, plain and simple. I love almost anything by a Black author. That means that I am not partial to one particular genre, even though I do have a special spot for romance, historical fiction, and urban fiction. But I do love, I love fantasy. I love all genres. I love memoirs. Only thing that I don't really read a lot of are like self-help books or like those self-improvement books. Like that's all cool, but I like to live in a fictional world. Yeah, I also love Black art. I love Black cinema. I love Black culture. Pretty much it. What made you start a BookTube channel? So when it comes to BookTube, I've already had a YouTube. I've had a YouTube for years, and my YouTube was primarily my art and tutorials and things like that. But over time, as I tapped more into other things that I liked, like hobbies, books, and things like that, I decided to expand my YouTube. And just recently, maybe last year or year before last, I decided to add books more into my platform. So yeah, I was already on YouTube. I was already on social media as a book content creator. So why not bring it to long form content and shorts on YouTube? I feel like it's just the natural progression. What genre deserves more attention in Black literature? That's easy. Historical fiction. I feel like historical fiction gets a bad rap. So people think of historical fiction and they think of, oh, I don't want any more slave stories. I think that I am one of the anomalies in that sense that I don't mind slavery stories. I actually enjoy slavery stories. I am a big believer of when it comes to Black history, Black culture, anything Black, I want everything that comes with it. So that means the good, the bad, and the ugly. And unfortunately, slavery is a part of our history. Even though we have come so far from that, it is a part of our history. So I want all that comes with Black history. So I definitely love historical fiction. And there's also so much more to historical fiction than just slavery. But, I just wanted to throw that out there. But yes, historical fiction for sure. Which Black literary character lives rent-free in your head? So for me, I would say that is Saoirse from Sing Me to Sleep by Gabby Burton. So I recently got into Gabby Burton's catalog, I think last year, and I started with Sing Me to Sleep, and I immediately went to the next book, Drown Me with Dreams, and then her newest release, To Steal a Throne. Yeah, yes, that lady can write. I love Saoirse, so I'm a fan of all things mermaids, sirens, and mystical creature, and the way that she wrote Saoirse, it's like, I don't know, I just love a badass Black woman. The ones that knows how to fight. She knows how to wield a sword. She also know how to grab a man because these men love her. When I say gorgeous, like I can visualize Saoirse right now in my head. Like she's a bad, yeah. She doesn't play games. And she looked good doing it. What book best represents your community, culture, or upbringing? So this question was a little bit hard for me because I can't think of one particular book that I think represents all 3 things. But I know when I think of my childhood or my young teenage era, I was definitely reading books that I had no business reading. And one of them that I started with was The Coldest Winter Ever by Sister Soldier. So that book was one of those books that my dad had in the house. And obviously I wasn't supposed to touch it, but whatever. Sorry, Dad. but I snuck and read that. And then I did tell my dad about it, and we talked about it. But I feel like that book for me was my introduction to urban fiction. The setting of the book reminds me of where I grew up in the projects in Newark, New Jersey. It reminds me of my upbringing. It does have parts of the culture that are not the best, like the drug culture and stuff like that. But it's what I can just think of right now. Which Black author would you love to have dinner with? Now, this question was easy. So if you don't know anything about me, know that I am a huge fan of CCJ. That is Christina C. Jones, the queen, or my queen, of soft, beautiful Black romance. I just feel like she's everything. But I would love to sit down with her and talk about just her writing process. Like, where does the inspiration for these characters and the way that they're loved on, the way that these men pay attention to them, like, just, I don't know. I just want to know, where does this inspiration come from? I know that she's married and has a family. So, like, give me some tips. Learn me something. Like, I just want to sit with her and pick her brain, because what are you doing? I need that in my life, okay? I need that. But I'm a huge fan of her. I think that she's beautiful. Her spirit is beautiful. Her aura. I also love her covers. I know that she employs a lot of Black illustrators. I'm one of them. I love that she's a graphic designer as well, and she's able to go in and make her covers cohesive and pretty, and she does her thing. She's that girl. Like, come on now. 3 books that introduce your reading taste. Or the first book that I have represents my love for romance. So I love A Love Song for Ricky Wilde by Tia Williams. I feel like that book encompasses my love for historical fiction as well as my love for romance, because it does have like the time jump. It's set in Harlem. It's Black. It's whimsical. There's flowers. It's just, yeah. It really does something for me. I like I said, the time jump goes back and forth, and that's the historical fiction part of it. And I just think that it's a beautiful book. It's a Black girl named Ricky. She's named after her daddy. Like, come on now. The next book will be Happy Land by Dolan Perkins Valdez. And I love that book because it deals with some real life issues, like the idea of fighting for land that's been in your family for years, and these people that don't care anything about the history coming in and wanting to just take that land for their profits. And I love the way that it went back and forth between present time and then the past. And in the past, it's like, even though they went through these different things, because we know that in history, Black people were not treated nice, right? So they went through these things and had to migrate and change their lives and stuff, but they got to a space. And when they got to that space, it's like they created their own world. And I just think that that's so beautiful. They created a king and a queen. They ruled it in the way that they wanted to. It's just a very beautiful concept and a very beautiful book. And it's based on real events. So, yeah. Book number 3. Now, this one is my kind of unhinged in a way. I'm going to just tell you the book. So, it's Black by Joan Vassar. And I feel like that represents like the kind of revolutionary in me, the fighter in me. And that book reminds me of Django. So we know in Django, like, he was walking around with the whip and doing, yeah. So that's how I see the character Black. Black don't play no games. Black gonna give it to you. And I just feel like that book is like a story of freedom. It's a story of going and taking what's ours, getting away. And yes, it is a slavery book, but I don't think it's a typical one. I feel like it's a strong book. And even while it has like kind of the turmoil and fighting and running and things going on, there's also a beautiful love story that's brewing in the background as well. So I just think that book is just so well written, and it speaks to the historical fiction lover in me. And I think just all 3 of those books speak to those different parts of me: the romance, the historical fiction, the whimsy, the fighter, it's just, I feel like that is definitely who I am as a person. And the creativity. I feel like the creativity in Ricky Wilde, all of that is me. Black BookTube is reading. I just want to say that Black BookTube is here to say. Black book content creators are here to say, and we deserve every opportunity that is offered or extended to other book content creators. We matter too. I just want to say that. But yeah, that is pretty much all there is to know about me when it comes to books. I'm always reading a book. My TBR list is astronomical. We'll say that. It never ends, and I'm always adding new books, and I am definitely a mood reader in the way that I pick up books, start something else, get distracted, mean to come back to the book, come back 2 years later. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But I love Black literature. I love Black authors, especially Black indie authors. Don't just read books by Black authors in February. We read them all year round. But that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed this tag video. And if you have any other questions or want to know me in any other way, drop your questions in the comments and I will get to them somehow, some way. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends. Do all the things. And yeah, that's it. Bye.